What's up, guys? I just had fun playing the For Honor closed beta last weekend, and I saved this clip because I thought it was pretty cool. So without no further ado, watch my clip. Here we go. I'm going to switch to in-game comms, which has a podcast playing.
Overfund hugely, and they're very successful. The thing is, that's because they have a reputation that everything they do is good. So people, they trust them. That element of uncertainty that is in Kickstarter disappears when you're dealing with a company like that because they've been reliable and they now have a pedigree. And
if it's like that, though, it's not really like a Kickstarter. It's more like a sort of pre-ordering system. Once you've had a success, it becomes more like a commitment and a pre-order with the combined sort of PR you get from a Kickstarter campaign.
Totally.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's... Some people think that Kickstarter should only be used if it's like as an absolute last resort. There's no other way to get funding. Obviously, some companies don't believe that, and really it is up to you as to whether or not you fund it. An example within video games where this funding has worked out well. Harebrained Studios have kickstarted several games. They're the folks behind Shadowrun. They're the folks behind the new BattleTech, which so far is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I saw some preview sort of stuff about that.
I played the alpha.
Is it good?
Very good. It's pretty much what I want out of it. Spoiler.
Is it to the board game? And all the rest of it.
Oh yeah, he's a big deal, definitely. They put a lot of emphasis on line of sight. They put a lot of emphasis on using scout mechs to attain line of sight and stuff like that. Scout mechs move first.
Forces, like little tanks.
Yes, there are. They're also adding melee, which is really cool as well. Full disclosure, I did back that game for like 300 bucks because I wanted that cool bomber jacket, and I got it, and it was good. But they've gone back to the well a couple of times. They crowdfunded Shadowrun Hong Kong after Shadowrun Returns. They didn't get quite as many backers, but Shadowrun Returns got 36,000 backers. Hong Kong got 31,000. And Hong Kong is, I believe, viewed by most people to be the best of the 3 Shadowrun games they made, and it sold well too. So they've been successful using Kickstarter multiple times and going back to the well.
I think a lot of it, especially when you're talking about board games and kind of niche games like strategy games and tactics games, just something like Banner Saga, which is really kind of, it's not a game that has like broad appeal the way a lot of other games like, say, Overwatch or whatever, obviously do. So I think maybe Kickstarter people understand, I really want these kind of games to succeed because there's not enough of them. Like, if you came in there with a big grand plan for some fancy sort of Overwatch-beating game or something in that genre, you'd think, I don't know, man. Like, in order to do that, you're going to need so much money and all the rest of it. Something like Star Citizen, for example, would be like one of the outliers for that because they've come along with this huge grand vision and have acquired all this money.
They've raised over $100 million. Like, it's unique. There's no other game that's been quite like that in terms of how it's been funded and is being developed. Very strange.
People are buying into the idea that the genre of game that they love, that they feel is underrepresented, might actually get a big game that's going to be sculpted by them. They can beta test it. They get all this access. They get to talk to the developers. It's going to be, there's going to be back and forth, and you're going to get it just right. And it's really interesting because you're not hoping for one person to have some creative vision like a movie or a book or something. You're going to enjoy it. You're hoping that you're part of creating something that's going to fulfill hours of your time playing this game for years to come. That's what people are hoping for. Yeah, I think it's interesting the way people will back something more than once. Even if the first one was a success, they'll be happy to come back again.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea. I wouldn't mind funding it. I think it's a reasonable bet. They have a pedigree. Both the previous games were good, and their reasoning for going back to that well is a good one. I don't think there's no hard and fast rule that says you can only kickstart your first game and then everything after that has to be funded by the profits from the one that you just did.
Right.
If you do that, sure, I respect that. Fine. But you don't have to. Ultimately, it's consumer choice. If they want to buy into a Kickstarter, that's up to them. And be on their head be it.
Yeah. And also, I mean, anybody who would have a problem with that, they obviously did that with Banner Saga too, and it didn't sell as well.
No, it didn't get anywhere near as much publicity, and people didn't care about it, even though it was, from what I played of it, I haven't finished Banner Saga 2 yet, but in every way, Banner Saga 2 is superior to the original.
Better than the first one, yeah.
But nobody fucking paid any attention to it, so...
They already got my money because I played 2 of these damn games and I need my conclusions. I'm in on the story adventure. It's good. It's a good story, so...
I have to see if they've got a good reward. I only kickstart video games these days on the basis of a good physical reward.
A bomber jacket.
It has a literal contract woven into the inside of the jacket lining that specifically says that it gives specific guidelines for ransom if I'm captured.
A bomber jacket. I just want to say.
It's a fucking awesome bomber jacket.
For a video game and a bomber jacket.
I paid it for the bomber jacket. I don't give a fuck about the video game. The video game's a bonus on top of that. It is one hell of a it's like I would have said I backed Wasteland 2 for the lunchbox, but that's not really true. I backed it for the NPC in the game that you could shoot in the face.